What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls pregame. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. My guy, Big Dave. Bam! BAWL Sports.
Balls.
Our pal and producer on the controls is Joey Spathis at Joey Spathis. Our guy, Cody from
1.2K. Come on.
What's up, Joe?
Well, Cody took that. You didn't give me time to say it because I was waving at Cody. That's why I didn't say it.
What?
Joey 1.2K.
1.2K.
I was gonna hit you.
1.2K.
Come on.
Our guy, Willie Goat Gottlieb, is at the Madhouse tonight for Bulls Hawks. Make sure you follow him as well for his in-game updates and reporting, Will_Gottlieb. Bulls Nation, the time is now. The time has arrived. Win or go home, do or die. Play-in tournament on our home floor. Who's ready for it?
Let's play.
You stoked, Dave?
Let's play.
You stoked?
This is why I'm here.
I'm stoked, too.
I'm here. I want to see this game. I am ready for it. I love postseason basketball. I love the play-in tournament. It's been fun. It's been really good to fans. It's been really good to the NBA. And, yeah, I'm appreciative and I'm excited to watch my team play in it. See what happens.
We got a barn burner going on right now between the Heat and Sixers.
Yeah.
The loser of which the Bulls would face should they beat the Hawks tonight.
Correct.
We saw the Kings knock out the old dying dynasty Warriors last night, and we saw the Lakers win a close one against the Pelicans.
Oh.
So LeBron and the Lakers are playoff bound.
Yeah.
Pels have one more shot.
Yes.
But we'll have to do it without Zion.
Yeah.
The other big news of the NBA today. Real bummer. He
Yeah,
put up
that's tough.
40 in that game.
Yeah.
I think left with like about 3 or 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
That sucked, man.
Real bummer. But yes, the NBA play-in tournament action. It's here.
Some 40 and 11 he had before he got hurt. Like he was really like giving them all kinds of fits. It felt like they were on the cusp of coming back and getting that victory. I like what GTA was doing. He was playing very well. And, yeah, they were just great. And the block shot on LeBron that Zion had was ridiculous, man. That was a shut up, old man moment right there. And that was great. It was great.
Future is now, old man.
Right. You're in my house now, Grandpa. It was great, man.
Read the name tag.
Right. It was really great. It was really, really great. I enjoyed it. Seeing the Warriors get dismantled was something.
Yeah.
But it's kind of what I thought would happen to them, to be real with you.
Man.
But, yeah, I didn't think they would take the ass whooping.
Did
like
anyone have a tougher night last night or a tougher day today on NBA Twitter than Klay Thompson?
Ooh.
Man.
Oh, tough one.
Man.
Tough one for old Clay. Oh, man, dog. I mean, I don't know what he's going to be doing, but I don't think we'll hear from him for a while.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's going to be somewhere chilling, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Tough day. Tough night.
Shout out to everybody hanging out with us in the comments. Hit the like button if you're hanging out on Twitter, hanging out on YouTube, rather. Jeff in the comments saying it's going to be real effing competitive.
Yeah, baby.
You know it.
You know it.
I mean, and that's not even being facetious. It's Bulls Hawks. Bulls Hawks is always, I'll tell you what. I will share one of the bets I made for tonight's game.
Okay.
And that is that the final score will be within 5 points.
Safe bet. Very safe bet. Within 5 points.
I thought you were going to bet on overtime because I also think that is a good bet tonight.
You think that's a possibility?
Yeah, possibility?
Did Braggs put you up to saying that?
No, I just have that feeling.
He's watched these teams.
Third first thing other. How many overtimes tonight?
Yeah.
If there is a non-zero number of overtimes, I'm going home before the game's over.
I watched one of those videos yesterday on Instagram of like this person who was simulating all the games. What he was doing was racing 2 marbles down this course.
Okay.
It was incredibly close between the Bulls and the Hawks. And these 2 marbles going down.
So I've seen dogs. I've seen marbles. Like
marbles were close, and if that is any indication, it's going to be a back and forth contest.
This is what the Hawks do when the Bulls and the Hawks face off.
It's back and forth, man. It's back and forth.
FanDuel -3, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Jelly saying my emotions are so conflicted tonight. So speaking of that,
okay,
I took it upon myself to put up a little poll from our CHGO Bulls Twitter account the other day.
Okay, flex.
I'm guessing you cast your vote, Dave.
I did, yes.
I cast my vote. I was curious how Bulls fans are feeling coming into this play-in tournament.
Right.
Who wants a win? Who wants some more play-in tournament action and maybe a playoff appearance? And who's ready to be put out of their misery? And maybe who's ready to be hopeful that should the Bulls fall short, maybe we'll see some actual changes around here after
hope.
a few seasons of painful mediocrity.
Hope is not a strategy.
In case you missed it, here are the final results that Joey just threw up on YouTube. This was with well over 1,000 votes cast
Flex.
on a 24-hour poll. Do you want the Bulls to advance out of the play-in tournament and into the real playoffs? Big Dave, I'm guessing you voted hell yeah. And that came out on the winning side with 61.5% of the vote. 38.5% of Bulls Nation voting with me saying hell no. Okay, that's a little bit different than what I expected, if I'm being honest.
Started to be closer, huh?
I thought it would be closer.
I did not.
I thought that there were more Bulls fans out there like me who are fed up with this shit and want to be done.
No.
But credit to all of those Bulls fans out there rooting for a W tonight.
Yeah.
I got nothing against y'all. I just think it's interesting the way that this fan base is kind of split on where we are today and where the team might go tomorrow and how tonight's game may or may not have an impact on which road that is.
Yeah, well, for me, it's simple. You deal with what's in front of you first because that's the tangible thing. It's in your face. You get the win. You move on. That's what you play for. That's what the players are out there playing for. The future, no one knows. Like, you have no idea. It's just all hope, wishes, and woozies and wazies. You have no clue. You know what you want to happen. You know what you think should happen. But have they done anything that we wanted them to do or that we think that they should do? No. So you go with what's in front of your face, and that's a win for the Chicago Bulls and your team because at the end of the day, I'm for the Chicago Bulls. Like, I'm not for the name on the jersey. I'm for the actual team. So if my team has a chance to win, that's what I'm rooting for.
That's fair. Shout out to our guy Flipside in the comments who said,
Hey,
hell
Julian.
yeah, more playoff experience for Kobe and Io. And that, I think this is the main argument that I've heard
Sure.
from Bulls fans who want to see this team advance is
Sure.
there's value in getting playoff experience for some of the younger guys. And Kobe and Io in particular, who are young, who still have a huge, bright NBA future ahead of them, and who the Bulls just this past season, or past offseason, signed each of them to 3-year deals.
Yes.
So you assume that Kobe and Io, regardless of what else happens, are probably sticking around for a while.
Yeah.
And I think most Bulls fans are happy about that. I'm happy about that
Sure.
after the season that they have
Joey.
each had individually. I get the playoff experience argument. I get it.
Okay.
For me, it does not supersede the bigger picture of who's playing with them next season, who's coaching them next season, who are the people running the front office making the decisions about who's playing with them and who's coaching them next season. To me, that's more important than a game or two. And
Those questions
do you
won't be there?
okay, what if the Bulls, hypothetically,
I mean, those will still be the same questions. though, man.
sure, yes, the Bulls get worked. I mean, the Bulls worked the Hawks tonight. They beat the loser of Sixers Heat that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And then they go and get worked by Boston.
Yeah.
I'm talking swept and basically like you could have played 3 games instead of 4 swept.
Okay.
To you, does the playoff experience argument still hold weight if that's the case?
Yeah, ass whoopers don't scare me, Matt. Like, yeah, you go in and you go to the playoffs and you play. And however it happens is how it happens, man. I don't think players look at it like that. I've never really looked at it like that. I mean, you play who's in front of you kind of thing. And do your best. And sometimes you're going to get swept and you're going to get blasted. Because I feel like yes, they play Boston. I feel like they're going to get their ass whooped. Yes, absolutely. But for me, it's still about going and still about getting that experience for guys who have never, ever done that before, or guys who you just want to know in their minds. You want to, pin in their minds every single year, I want you playing in the playoffs. Every single year, this is where I want you. I can't go in there with that kind of mindset, man, at all. Like, I don't even think like that. Like, you can't tell me I'm going to lose. You're going to have to show me. I don't give a damn what you say. You're going to have to show it to me and show that I'm going to lose this game. And then I'll be like, okay, fine, I lost. Let's do it again. Like, okay, fine, I lost. Do it again. Like, you're just going to have to beat me, man. I'm not scared of those things. That has not ever been my mentality. I'm way too competitive for that shit. Like, I don't think that way.
Scott in the comments, clearly a man after Dave's heart, saying, at the very least, let's get a Dalen Terry playoff breakaway dunk.
Oh, man. I would be excited if I go in and Kobe, like, has an incredible 4 games. Like, for me, that benefits the future. If Ayo has a great 4 games, that benefits the future. Like, that's the shit I kind of look at when we're talking about, you know, the future of this team. That's something tangible I can look towards. If they, when they, probably, when they get beat up by Boston, fine. You go back and you're still, for me, it's still in the same situation that you're in, even if you go home in the play-in, man. You're just doing it later than earlier. Like, it's still going to be the same questions, still going to be the same problems, still the same things that we're looking for answers for from AK, from Mark Eversley, seeing what the team is going to be, the questions that you asked. So those things won't change for me regardless. If they get out now or if they get out in these 4 games in Boston.
Austin in the comments saying, we're going to beat Boston like the way the Rondo Bulls should have. Wow, okay.
Well, one game at a time. Let's focus here. Let's focus here, right here.
There's a little part of me that almost wants the Bulls to advance to play Boston in that 1-8 series, just so Bulls fans can see how grossly not actually competitive this team is compared to the class of the Eastern Conference.
Then show me.
Rude awakening.
Go get it. Go get it, baby. Go get it. Let's see it. I want to see it, though. I want to go to the playoffs. I always will want my team in the playoffs, man. Always.
I mean, I understand it. I understand it. Shout out to Juan who said, I'm with Matt. I'm getting out of this abusive relationship. I'm trapped in this abusive relationship. I just want to, pull a Ross and Rachel and just be on a break for a minute. Just let me be on a break.
Listen, your break's coming.
All I'm asking for.
Your break is coming.
I need the break. Let's get some frozen yogurt. And by that, I mean frozen yogurt is trash. Let's get some real ice cream. I need a break. I need a break from this team and the way that they abuse me. Shout out to Hawkeye who threw us a super chat saying, Peg and Dave and Baby Joe, what's up? Always a pleasure to be with y'all talking ball. Not looking forward to the Knicks fans giving me shit at NYC. Got to remind them they haven't won since 1972.
Oh, man.
Back when Phil Jackson wore a jersey instead of a suit and tie.
Exactly, man.
But we were talking about it a little bit on our one of our more recent shows. Like, I'm excited to watch Brunson and that Knicks team in the playoffs. I am.
Yeah, that makes one of us. I don't care about the Knicks at all.
And we're finding out right now which team they're facing in the first round. Is it going to be Philly? Is it going to be Miami?
No. Don't put Braggs on the screen. I told him he's got to put up a super chat if he's going to come in here with talk that stuff.
Get out of here,
He's got to pay money for this, Joey. So, Braggs, give me them $2. You like last time, you're going to have to pay your money if you're going to talk that stuff, sir. Show your love. Show your love, sir, and show us that money. And then we'll have that discussion. If you're going to piss Matt off, I want to get paid for it.
You want to get paid for it. Shout out also to Bear Forever 14 who threw us a super chat saying, thank God the Cubs are good. Bears are rising. It helps me cope with the ineptitude of the Bulls. That said, go Bulls. Rooting for you tonight. Appreciate you, Bear Forever.
That's the best way to put that.
Hey, you know who did get a W today?
Who's that?
The White Sox.
Yes, they did. Doubleheader.
On pace for 13 wins this season.
2-1, baby. They won 2-1. Got our victory, man. Hey, teams go through ass whooping seasons. And what happened? Cubs know all about that shit.
Did you see?
Teams go through that, bro.
There was a video going around somebody took of the rate today.
Yeah. Oh, there's nobody there. There's nobody there. I watched the game. I didn't need to see the video. I saw it.
Wow.
Nobody there, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm sure that's going to make Jerry, say, man, I should improve this team. Nobody's showing up.
You know what building is going to be full tonight?
I do. United Center. Because he's going to be him whether you're there or not, people. You got to understand that.
Let's put a pin in that for now.
Going to be there.
Braggs, we appreciate the $5, buddy. But
there you go, Braggs.
Still, F off.
There you go, Braggs.
I'm sick of your shit. If this game tonight goes to overtime, Braggs, I am hunting you down, and I am ending you.
Yeah, that sounds like work. He ain't doing that. He got to do shit, put stuff on his back, actually walk, and, he He'll have a beer and he'll curse you. Like, he'll do that.
Hey, I can multitask.
There you
All right, let's take a quick break to shout out some sponsors, and we'll come back and dive into tonight's game, including the latest updates on who's in and who's out for the Bulls, because there are a couple of key guys that could swing this game in the Bulls' favor.
Yeah.
While we're doing that, you know what to do. Hit that like button, Bulls Nation, if you're hanging out with us on YouTube. We appreciate it. It helps us grow the channel. And make sure you are also subscribed to that CHGO Sports YouTube channel. CHGO Bulls pregame tonight brought to you by Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. They're the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS, just you against the numbers. That's it. Instead of battling thousands of other players, including pros and sharks, brags maybe,
and jocks,
all you got to do is pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 different player stat projections for the game that you're getting hyped to watch, and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on this playoff action that's about to start, and win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks as you and the world's best players take the game to a new level during basketball's postseason. Playoffs begin April 20th. Play-in tournament right now. Turn $10 into $1,000 with basketball and hockey, if that's your thing. Entries today on Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Go to prizepicks.com/CHGO and use promo code CHGO for a first-time deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/CHGO, promo code CHGO. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Shout out Jonte Porter.
George Spencer, what's happening?
Keep going.
You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all your sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you with Killer! Last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and that best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even after it starts. It is not the place. No, it is the place to find last-minute seats, find exclusive flash deals, and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, hockey, and so much more. And with zone deals, you pick this section, Game Time will do the selecting for an average savings of 18%. And the Game Time guarantee means you will always, and I mean always, get the best price possible. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. And again, download that Game Time app, create an account, use that code CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Matt Pack, what time is it?
Give that.
Shout out to Israel, who is saying everything that Matt is saying. Right there. Wait, he wants to be put out of his misery.
Yes.
And wants this season to be over, he hopes they get embarrassed.
Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to my guy Matias with a super chat saying thanks for covering the competitive play-in with entertaining coverage. Following y'all from Beck's favorite, Satan's Butthole, a.k.a. Miami. Oh, sorry, buddy. Get out of there safely. Okay.
It's a great way to put it. You where?
Yeah.
Get out of there safely.
Yeah. Hop the next flight, buddy.
Yeah, man, immediately.
Okay, so for these Atlanta Hawks, we've known for a while now when they gave updates on Jalen Johnson and Onyeka Okongwu that Jalen with an ankle, Onyeka Okongwu with a toe strain, will both be out. They're done for the season, not available tonight. On top of, previous to that, losing Sadiq Bey to the season with an ACL. Also, our new favorite future Bull, Vit Krejci, who hit 6 threes against the Bulls in the Hawks win over the Bulls April 1st, was not promoted to the 50-man squad, so none of him tonight.
Okay.
The Hawks still do have plenty of weapons, and your Hawks starting 5 for tonight's play-in tournament game, you got Trey DeJounte in the backcourt.
Okay.
You got Bogdan Bogdanovic, you got DeAndre Hunter, and you got Clint Capella.
Okay.
So there it is. That's what the Bulls are facing tonight. The Bulls, meanwhile, obviously, Ayo Dosunmu and Andre Drummond, huge question marks with their respective injuries. Ayo battling the quad, Andre Drummond with that sprained ankle. We did hear from Billy when he met with the media before the game. Ayo is active. Ayo is in the starting lineup.
There it is.
Ayo, Kobe, DeMar, Caruso, and Vooch are your starting 5 tonight, Bulls Nation. Andre Drummond was still, according to Billy Donovan, a game time decision when he met with the media earlier. And I am looking right now, and I still have not seen anything either way on Andre Drummond.
Oh, man.
Let me see. I'll search again. But, okay, first things first, Dave. Ayo, who we talked about in our preview of this play-in tournament game on our episode yesterday with Will, huge factor, especially against this particular opponent.
Yeah, very huge factor. When Will was saying it yesterday about Drummond and Ayo both being questionable, I told him I felt better about Ayo's questionable than I did about Drummond's questionable. Ayo just felt like he was trending towards playing the entire time, being out 4 games, getting all that time off, to heal up. Yeah, just felt like he was going to play, and plus being from here, like we're a little tough. So yeah, I expected him to play. I'm glad he's back. That is a huge weight off of the shoulders of the Bulls defensively and offensively. We know what he can provide. He's usually been the first bucket getter for the Bulls as of late. Gives you the double-digit points, but more importantly, just that defense on Trae Young. So I'm interested to see how they attack him, knowing that he's got a little injury. Maybe the screens are a little more oomph on him. You know what I mean? When he's trying to go across them. So I'm interested to see how it's played. And again, this is why I love the postseason basketball, because certain things go up. Like I said, the screens go up. They get a little tougher. The rebounds get a little tougher. The free throws get a little harder. But this is why I want Ayo in those situations, because he feels like he's comfortable in that kind of situation.
And, we touched on our episode yesterday the different ways in which Ayo can affect this game, not only D'ing up Trae, who has not shot well when Ayo's been his primary defender for the spanning the past 3 seasons of Ayo's NBA career, but then also the fact that this season Ayo is scoring over 20 a game against the Atlanta Hawks. He's shooting 50% from 3 against the Atlanta Hawks. And as Will pointed out, this Hawks team is one of the worst teams transition defense-wise in the NBA, and the Bulls as a offense really struggle to generate those fast break and or transition offense opportunities, and so much of it has fallen on the shoulders of Ayo Dosunmu individually when he just says, hey, I think I have an angle in front of me right now, and I've got the speed. I'm going to beat this defense down the floor. So the fact that Ayo has been dealing specifically with a quad injury, and the updates that we have heard through the last couple of weeks is anytime he's trying to ramp up and get that full, dead-on sprint speed, that the quad has been kind of bugging him. That makes me wonder, do the Bulls have that advantage with Ayo playing tonight? Can he still use that burst that we've seen from Ayo all season to generate at least some transition offense opportunities for the Bulls against this weak transition defense?
I mean, that's a great question, Matt. And that's why I say specifically, I'm just happy he's back for defense, because the offense is up in the air. That's the question. As you mentioned, the quad. First of all, the Bulls have made me just despise the phrase ramp up. I can't, every time I hear it, I was like, oh God, I hate that so much. But yeah, I would say, if I'm just guessing, I would think he's 70%, maybe 80%. Like that. So I don't think he's a full 100. So I don't expect that burst, to be there, him coming out. But I do still expect that length to be there, that side-to-side movement to be there, the defense against Trae Young to be there, and him being an actual still can be a threat on the offensive end, because if he's going to be open from the three-point line, he'll take those shots. Now, him going inside, that's going to tell us everything, Matt. The first time he goes inside and takes that bump. That's what's going to tell us everything about how the injury is doing for him. Because if you see him do it, he comes up wincing, and we don't see him really do it again, that's your answer. But if we see him do it and he's like, again, like a 10-year-old, like my 10-year-old nephew, when I would slam him on the couch constantly, he just, again, So I'm interested to see that. I'm excited to see that, but I'm more so looking at him defensively, what he can do, than offensively.
This just in.
Here it is.
Andre Drummond available to play tonight.
Wow.
Bulls just released their game time decision injury report, and Andre Drummond is available. That is huge.
That's huge.
That is huge.
Yeah, that's big.
Coming into this, I thought, look, if the Bulls get Ayo and Drummond to somehow play in this game, and they can each play close to the normal versions of themselves, the Bulls have not only a shot in this game, but I might pick the Bulls to win this game. Unless the Hawks just shoot lights out.
Which is a possibility.
It's a possibility. But having Drummond and that opportunity for the Bulls to go double big, which we've seen Billy do with Drummond and Vooch before, and especially we've seen him do against this now smaller Atlanta team. And man, let me tell you, Atlanta Hawks fans are sick of Clint Capella. They do not believe in Clint Capella. He is not rebounding to the level that Hawks fans are expecting of him recently.
They're right to feel that way.
We know that the Bulls have put an emphasis on offensive rebounding all season long. The Bulls, to their credit, I believe finished the regular season 11th in the NBA in offensive rebounding percentage. Atlanta finished 5th.
Wow.
So when you talk about the X factors of this game, you know, IO, the transition offense versus the transition defense, can the Bulls guard the perimeter to a better level than we've seen them usually do this season? All of a sudden, it's like, okay, who wins the battle of the boards could be the biggest factor.
Agreed. No, completely agree. And another X factor we kind of talked about and touched on last show is Javonte Green. He's going to be a huge X factor in this, whether Drummond was going to be in there or not. Because even with Drummond in there, guys, I got to know, you know, what kind of Drummond I'm getting.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's going to be important to see, because I don't think you're going to get the same one. He might just provide you something on one end on the floor, and might even just be spot minutes. You know what I mean? I don't know how Billy's going to use them, but they're going to use them. We'll see how it happens. Regardless of that, you're going to have to lean on guys like Javonte Green to get in there and just be that irritant that he can be, but also be that bull that he is on the offensive rebounding, man. He is really good at offensive rebounding at the size he is, but he uses his hops very, very well, and his toughness very, very well to get those boards. It's going to be needed tonight.
Charlie in the comments saying that's huge news if he's not severely hampered. And speaking of that, and you know what kind of IO and what kind of Drummond we'll see out there tonight, our guy the GOAT just tweeted the fact that Drummond's available, but not only that, no minutes restriction on Drummond. Also, GOAT tweeted earlier when Billy confirmed Io's availability, no minutes restriction on Io tonight either.
Now, Io I'm not surprised about. I'm surprised about Drummond's, man. But hey, it's postseason, bro. Like, what we holding minutes for?
What is the minutes restriction purpose tonight?
Yeah, seriously.
Because guess what? In a random game in early April, when the Bulls have already locked in exactly where they will be, Billy's like, minutes limits? What?
Get out there. Get out there and play. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm anxious to see this. I'm anxious to see the fans and just how excited they'll be. I'm just ready to watch postseason basketball. I love postseason basketball. It's my favorite. It's my favorite freaking thing to watch is playoffs and postseason. Football, baseball, basketball, whatever. Because you know what's on the line. College, that's why the March Madness is so important. Like, you know, in this one, it's win or go home. This is truly your win or go home. Like, a lot's at stake tonight. I'm excited to watch it.
Charlie's saying, as long as the Bulls keep that three-point margin close, they should win this game. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now, too. Like, you anticipate the Bulls to lose the three-point battle most nights.
Great anticipation.
This is what we do as Bulls fans.
Solid thing.
Especially against a team like Atlanta, who finished just outside the top 5 and made three-pointers a game in the NBA this season. We've seen the Hawks just bury the Bulls with threes before. You know, you got Trey, you got DeJounte, you got Bogdanovic in that starting 5. Just deadly three-point shooting everywhere. If the Bulls can keep we lost the three-point battle tonight by fill-in-the-blank number of points to a reasonable number, and they win the battle on the boards. They win limiting their turnovers and winning points off turnovers. They limit Atlanta's second chance points, which the Hawks have been great at all season long. If the Bulls take care of and neatly play around the other, you know, fringes of this game, as Will always says, the margin for error being minimal. If the Bulls play a slim amount of error game and don't get absolutely just lit up behind the three-point line, they could very easily win this game.
Well, first of all, Ryan said the best playoffs are the Stanley Cup. I thought the Stanley Cup was the finals.
They are referred to as the Stanley Cup playoffs and then the Stanley Cup finals.
Then I agree with you. The Stanley Cup playoffs are awesome as well. All of it. I love all of it, man. Like, put whoever ranking you want to do it. You know what I mean? But I want all of it, except for soccer.
So let me ask you this, Big Dave, before we get out of here. Well, I mean, we haven't touched yet on the two guys who have led the Bulls here, basically, DeMar and Kobe.
Yeah, you're right. We haven't really talked about them a lot.
So we touched on yesterday's show. DeMar averaged 28.5 points a game against the Hawks this season on nearly 50% shooting. Got to the free throw line 10 times a game. Who do you want to see him pick on the most tonight? Because you know he's going to be calling screens from his guards to get switches, to get to his spots.
Correct.
To either get his pump fakes and get to the line or just say, I've got a smaller match on me. I'm going to bury this mid-ranger in your face.
I mean, the answer is Trae Young. Like, you just love to see Trae Young get picked on by DeMar DeRozan. And then when they finally make that switch, it's going to be DeAndre Hunter. And then DeAndre Hunter's going to get picked on because he's going to try to get him in foul trouble and get him out of there. Once that happens, oh, man. You know, I don't know who they've got to defend him. Like I said, they've got guys with length, but they don't have guys with the IQ. And that's the entire difference. And while the Raptors are better defending him than the Hawks are. They got the same kind of guys, but their guys are just a little better at defense as far as their IQ is concerned. But Trae Young, I love to see him get picked on, but Hunter too, man. Like, it's hard. But in the end, I'm going to say Trae. Something about hitting that bucket over Trae just makes you feel good.
I mean, as unnecessary as some of us may have thought the minutes were, we saw Kobe White play some really solid minutes in that season finale against the Knicks. Looked better than he had looked in a while.
That's true.
Some strong takes to the bucket. We also saw him in one of his final games go 4 of 8 from downtown. You love to see that because he was not shooting the 3-ball well when he came back from the hip injury. If it comes down to it tonight, because it's Bulls Hawks, so of course it will, and it's a clutch time game, and the Bulls have 1 or 2 possessions late, do you want DeMar taking those shots? Do you want Kobe White taking those shots?
DeMar. It's the playoffs. It's a different beast when it's in his playoff time, man, in my head.
Maybe the guy who's a finalist for Clutch Player of the Year.
Yes, exactly. But maybe if Kobe's cooking, we could continue to go with him like he did in the last playing game and Billy took him out. But hopefully he stays in this time because Patrick Beverly is not there. You know what I mean? So if Kobe's cooking, yes, continue to have Kobe out there and continue to ride him if he's open. But I need the ball in DeMar's hands if it's going to come down to that. Like you said, the nominee for Clutch Player of the Year has to get the ball.
Joey did not like DeMar taking that last possession shot against the Knicks the other day. He did not care for it. He's like, can someone else fucking take a shot?
That was different. If DeMar takes the last shot tonight, I'll understand. It's a win or go home game. That was just.
Who's first bucket, by the way, Joe?
Io's in the starting lineup?
Io's in the starting lineup.
Take Io.
There we go, baby.
All right.
And with that, we will get out of here. Final minute of Heat. Sixers right now. Sixers up 99-96. Let's go watch the rest of that. Bulls Hawks tip-off.
All right.
Right after that game is over to find out who the Bulls would face should they get past the Hawks tonight. Whatever happens, win or lose, we will be right here.
Yes, we will.
Live from our CHGO studios for post-game immediately following Bulls versus Hawks. Our guy, the GOAT, will join us from the UC during post-game to get his update, insights, and reports. Follow him for his in-game reporting, Will_Gottlieb. Big day, bow. Bulls_Pack. Our pound producer, Joey, at Joey Spathis.
Yes, Lawrence.
Appreciate you for hanging out with us, Bulls fans. Hit that like on your way out.
Appreciate y'all.
Good luck to all of you, regardless of what you're rooting for.
Honestly.
And we will reconvene in a few hours. Peace.